Hello. Today I'm going to be doing a more or less update on a layout. This isn't the normal layout that I do my reviews and stuff on. This is a new layout that I've built at my mother's house. And it's going to be in N scale because it's a 9x3 layout, so HO wouldn't really fit. Considering these both HO all-door boxcars, and they don't really fit with the lines and curves and turns I have on this. So anyway, we'll get into it. Right here I have an engine terminal, which I believe the name is the Wilson Engine Facility. And then over on the side here is also part of it is just a refueling track and then a repair track for just rail cars. I have my major yard here. It's not really major, it's only 4 tracks, but it's the major yard of the layout. And behind there, I'm going to hopefully have enough space for an intermodal terminal. Just a small one, and then I'll have a backdrop there. In the middle, there'll be a divider. And I'll have a backdrop of a container terminal. And then moving even further over here, I'm going to have a lumber mill that receives logs from trucks and then exports lumber. And I can't actually recall the name of this one, but I do have one in my booklet. So I just looked at my booklet, and the name of this industry is the Fort Dalton Lumber. So that's the name of that. Coming over here, I have a set of 3 signals, one for each main line and then one for the yard lead. So trains coming out of the yard will have a signal, and that's the same for the other side of the layout. And this is for trains going in this direction for these signals. Signals for trains going this way. Now, and then I have a single crossover, same over there. So in total it's a double crossover on the layout. And then I have a set of signals here, which are for trains coming in this direction. Coming over to this side of the layout, I have a bit of a mess here with the markers and things. It's not as bad as over there, but it's still a mess. So what I have is I have my siding here for the industries. Then I have a runaround track coming off of that, which I don't really know if it's necessary, but I feel like in a way it could be useful for shunting down the road. Because I was doing some shunting on my other layout, and a runaround track would have been very useful. So I think I'm going to install one, and it will help me with operations. Over here we have the Olympic Truss Company, and they build trusses for houses and barns, things like that. And they take bulkhead flat cars or center beam flat cars, and they'll take them on this track here, and then they'll unload them, and right in this area there'll be a building, and that'll be where they actually construct them. Right here where these 2 tracks are, there's actually going to be a building there, and that's going to be the loading building. So boxcars will come in here, and then they'll load them with the trusses, and they'll get shipped out. On this crossover track, right here, and I'm actually debating on making it go straight along here where this blue line is here. Just a safe space so I can actually put some buildings in, and so that it doesn't clash with this other industry here. Anyway, this is going to be my Corn Products Limited, I guess, be the name I think I had. And so yeah, they're basically just going to be loading corn syrup on the tankers and then receiving the empties back. Coming back over this way, this is where the major mess of it is. This is going to be a large grain silo, and this backtrack is just for shunting actually. And the name of this is actually going to be Imperial Grain. So Imperial Grain is the name of this industry. Coming over here, this is my cat repair and distribution center. These two tracks here will be for loading of the brand new cats, and then this one here will be for the repairs. And this track here will come off of this one. So this one will actually be more or less for shunting, and there'll be not really any cars on it, maybe in this back area, depending on how busy this repair track it will be. So if it's not busy, then they can use both tracks. So yeah, actually this industry, one thing I want to say, this industry comes off of the grain tracks. And then this track goes all the way out back to here, and this will be so trains can back out of the siding with the loaded flat cars. And then I'll have 4 tracks of loading grain, or I might possibly only have 2, 1, I don't know. I'm thinking of having my grain elevator here, grain silos, having something go over this track, onto this one, and then this one be the loading track. And then the other 3, right here, and right here. So these 3 will just be for storage of the unloaded cars. Unloaded grain cars, and then they'll take them out of this siding and say put them onto the shunting track, and then take the cars from here or here or here and put them in that siding. They'll get loaded, put the loaded ones back in where the unloaded ones were, and so on and so forth until they're all full, and then the train will come, take them to the yard, and then they'll go off into La La Land. Yeah, basically that's how it works. Alright, here I have another set of signals for trains coming out of Charleston, which is the town that we're on this side of the layout. And then I have a crossover. On that side is also a triple set of signals for these 3 bluish tracks. So I have my yard lead and my 2 main lines coming out of Fort Dalton, which is that town over there. And I will be doing updates on this. I'll likely be doing one after Christmas if I get any stuff for this, but you never know. Trains are expensive, so I don't really, if I don't get something, it's not that big of a deal, because trains are expensive. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye.